Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear viewers and listeners, brothers and sisters, and especially the young people out there, I'd like to welcome you all again to your show, your favorite show, Young Minds. We have with us in the studio two very special people. We have one Mohammed Yahya, who is a sheikh, mashallah, is reciter of the Quran. Another Mohammed Yahya as well, who is a rapper and a poet, mashallah. Both of these brothers are amazingly talented and are using their talents to serve the deen, to do Islamic work with him. Now in the first half of our show, we were sort of just talking to the brothers, getting to know them more. We also watched a video of brother Muhammad Yahya and had a recitation from the other Sheikh Yahya. Inshallah, in this half of the show, we intend to take some callers and sort of hear from our viewers out there what you sort of think of the recitation, or what you think of the performance, what you think of their work, or maybe young minds in general, okay, maybe some suggestions, or even you can share a joke, share a riddle, share a short story, or, you know, sort of just, you know, just talk to us, inshallah, join the discussion. Brother Muhammad Yahya, both of you, inshallah, normally what we have in the show is we have riddles and jokes and stuff like that, just to keep the people engaged, for the young minds out there to be thinking at the same time, so they don't go anywhere else. Today's riddle, inshallah, will, because obviously we have to have a riddle. That's a part of the show, it's in the agenda. So the riddle of today is, last week we had a riddle about what is that one thing that the person who makes it doesn't need, and the person who purchases it doesn't use it, and the person who uses it doesn't know what it is. And as someone actually answered it correctly, it's actually a coffin. Okay, so I just wanted to sort of clarify that. What is that one thing the person who makes it doesn't need it, the person who buys it doesn't use it, and the person who uses it doesn't know that they're using because they're dead.
Wow,
Does that make sense? Yeah. Tonight's riddle, inshallah, is a very interesting one as well. Okay, so listen carefully, people, okay? There's two fathers and two sons. Two fathers and two sons. They all go fishing. They all go fishing. And they catch 3 fishes. 3 fishes. That's a lot, yeah. I don't know where they went. It couldn't have been Dover, because Dover you catch a bit more usually. But they caught 3 fishes. But they somehow managed to get 1 each. 2 fathers, 2 sons, they caught 3 fishes, and yet they got 1 each.
Wow.
Okay? Get your brains on. Okay, start thinking, what is the answer to that riddle? Call in, okay, inshallah, and tell us what the answer is to that riddle. And if you do answer it correctly, then I'll tell you a joke. It might be a bit lame, but you have to laugh because you're calling in. Okay, now, brothers in the studio, alhamdulillah. Inshallah, to start this half, I'm going to again request brother Sheikh Yahya to give us a bit, obviously started with Surah Al-Fatiha, just to give us a bit more sort of, somewhere from like in the middle of the Quran, or somewhere in the longer surahs, inshallah.
Inshallah, I will try, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله ولو آمن أهل الكتاب لكان خيرا لهم منهم المؤمنون وأكثرهم الفاسقون لن يضروكم إلا أذى وإن يقاتلوكم يولوكم الأدبار ثم لا ينصرون ضربت عليهم الذلة أينما ثقفوا إلا بحبل من الله وحبل من الناس وباءوا بغضب من الله وضربت عليهم المسكنة ذلك بأنهم كانوا يكفرون بآيات الله ويقتلون الأنبياء بغير حق ذلك بما عصوا وكانوا يعتدون صدق الله العظيم.
ما شاء الله. جزاك الله خير, brother Sheikh Yahya. I think the verses that you recited are very well chosen because it carries a message, and I'm going to read the translation inshallah, and inshallah everyone will be able to understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, after A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, I seek refuge in Allah from the shaitan, the rejected, in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most kind. You are the best of all people ever raised up for mankind. You enjoin all that is right, ma'ruf, and you forbid all that is munkar, everything that is disbelief, all the sins. And you believe in Allah. And had the people of Scripture, Jews and Christians, believed in it, it would have been better for them. Among them are some who have faith, but most of them are fasiqun, and those are disobedient to Allah and rebellious against Allah's command. And then it's Allah saying, they will do you no harm, bearing a trifling annoyance, and if they fight against you, they will show you their backs. Okay, so they're going to be coward. Basically, when they fight against you, they're going to run away, and they will not be helped by Allah. Okay, indignity is put over them, and wherever they may be. Okay, so there's no respect for them, no matter how much they fight against you, wherever they may be, except when under a covenant of protection from Allah. And from men, they have drawn on themselves the wrath of Allah, and destruction is put over them. That's talking about the people who disobey Allah. This is because they disbelieve in the ayat, the proof, evidences, verses, lessons and signs and revelations of Allah, and killed the prophets without right. This is talking about the Jews and Christians in the past. This is because they disobeyed Allah and used to transgress beyond bounds in Allah's disobedience, crimes and sins. And then Allah is also saying, Laysu sawa'a. He's saying, not all of them are alike. Of the people of the book are a portion that stand for the right. They rehearse the signs of Allah all night long, and they prostrate themselves in adoration. Okay, now these are the translation of the verses that Brother Mohammed Yahya has recited. And I think the reason why these are special verses because it's Allah telling us what our responsibility is. Because in the first saying, Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat lin-nas, and we hear these verses like time and again and these are the verses telling us is a responsibility for us as Muslims, okay, to enjoy and to tell people what to do right, to tell people to do the right things, and forbid people who do wrong things. Okay, and I think that's the main theme of these verses, and this is the message we should be carrying away from these verses and from this show as a whole, inshallah. Brother Mohammed Yahya, we want to inshallah hear something live from him as well in a few moments, inshallah. But we have a caller with this call. Let's see who it is. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam. Who am I speaking to?
Isn't it the beauty of the Quran, although we do not understand the full concept of what the Kirat was about, but it still touches the heart and the mind of Muslims. Wouldn't it be nice if all Muslims had a universal language as Arabic, like all the rest of the world has English as a language, and it's not very difficult for people to. I'm a presenter myself on a certain TV station, and I have to say something either in Urdu or in English, and then it is translated. Would it be, as I said earlier on, it's not very difficult to learn a language, because the children, our children who are born here, never been to school, and they speak perfect English, better than I do, although I've been here 50 years, and I went to uni and I teach at uni. What are the obstacles, what are the reasons that we, the Muslim Ummah, have not been able to adopt this very simple method of learning Arabic as a language?
I think, Jazakallah khair, I think that's an interesting question, I think very important question, because the Prophet is telling us that Arabic is an important language to us, and that's undeniable. All of our sort of holy scriptures, the Quran, the Hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, is in Arabic. So because we're Muslims, it's almost sort of, it's very, very important for us to learn this language. Now, what are the obstacles? Why don't we do that? Why don't we learn Arabic? I mean, for the people who are maybe not paying so much attention to this field, it's a question to all of us, okay? And we don't have to answer it right here, but I think it's something that maybe we should ask ourselves in our minds. Why don't we do this? Because it's more like a suggestion. Do you know what I mean? Because our younger people, younger generations, okay, you know, they don't understand. And ourselves, obviously, when we were young, before we learn Arabic, before we learn how to understand the Quran, we used to think, what is this? This is just like some sort of Arabic reading, and sometimes you can recite it nicely, but it had no meaning to it. But now, alhamdulillah, that we understand it, okay, that we can sort of understand it as it's being recited, it's a lot more interesting. It's like Allah talking to you directly. Can you imagine? It's like nobody's really hearing the recitation, but when Allah saying kuntum khayra ummah, okay, you are the best of all people. It's like Allah's talking to you directly. So it's a whole different feeling and a whole different level. Do you know what I mean? And for the people that are like young out there, this is your time to learn, okay? Because obviously we're still learning. Young people are, so that's their main time of education. I think if you can include the Arabic language into your syllabus, alongside with what you're doing, maybe going to Arabic classes here and there, I think it will be very much beneficial. Now I want to sort of talk to Brother Mohammed Yahya about